Hi, I hope you're doing well. My name is Violet and I'm a psychic, and today we're doing a reading about what kind of help is on the way. So I'm going to look into, what you're dealing with right now, what kind of struggle it is, and what type of help or information or what person is going to come in to help you move on from your difficult situation. It could be a person, it could be a spirit, it could be a job, really anything. So just choose group 1, group 2, or group 3. Just go based on your intuition. And whenever you're ready, just choose the group in the timestamps below or in the comment section and go to your reading. Hey group 1, so all you need to do is just relax and I will give you your reading. I would like to reach out to every person who is watching for group 1. Every person, no matter where in time or in space they are, if they are watching for group 1 right now, I would like to tap into their energy. I would like all of these energies to collectively form a message from me. For those who are watching group 1, what help is on the way? What help do you see coming in for you that will help to change your situation, help to alleviate it? Is there a person? Is there an opportunity? What is going to come in that will help change your situation? So the first image I'm seeing is something, or it's really like groups of people being locked up. So this message has to do with, I feel like it's a protective message. The help you're getting has to do with someone coming in and putting order back into your life. It feels like the people in group 1 are in a time in their life where there is, everyone has struggles, of course. Most of my readings are about struggling, but there is an issue that you've been dealing with for a really long time. This is probably something that's just part of your personality. It could be part of your shadow side, or it's something that is so incorporated into you and the way you have your life right now that you may not really realize it's a hindrance. So what I see is someone coming in and they're going to push aside your distractions. It looks like someone who could come in and really offer guidance in terms of I don't want to say maturity because I don't think you're immature, but this is someone who has experience, who's probably done the work that you are hoping to do, and they can guide you through. There's something about this connection that will help you disengage from your past in some way. Let me read more into it. Yeah, this will help bring in a lot of feelings of freedom. There's something, a habit that you have become really accustomed to. There's a part of your personality. There's maybe something that they did, like people in your family did, that you didn't realize wasn't healthy for you or wasn't really something you wanted to be in your future, but you didn't realize that this was a decision you could make. And it looks like someone is coming in who will help disrupt the pattern you've been in. They're going to connect to you. They're going to lead by example in a way. Like, you'll just be able to, it's not like you're really being mentored. It's just like, by this person being in your life, you'll see different ways of expressing yourself. You'll realize that you have more choices than you realize. Like, you may not have felt that this was something you could even make a choice on, that it was just the way things are. So there's some kind of energy that's coming in, it feels really protective, and it's separating harmful things from you, like harmful habits or beliefs, and it's welcoming you into opportunity, showing you how you can create your own opportunity. It looks like you're going to have like space or room to really breathe, and like I think you're going to feel a lot of relief, because it's almost like if there's, I don't know, it's like, have you ever slept on a piece of jewelry and without realizing it, it's like indented into your skin? And then when you wake up, you just pull it out and there's just like this relief, aching feeling where you're like, oh, I didn't even realize that was there. But as soon as I took it out, I felt so relieved and like really aware of it, aware of that body part. It's something like that. Something that you haven't realized is a hindrance to you, and something you can just release, and you'll realize how big of a part it was really about your life or the way you think. Let me try to see who in particular could be coming in. So what kind of people are coming in to help group 1? What different types of people? The energy I see is the Knight of Swords. So this is someone who is very clear, not too caught up on emotions. It doesn't mean they're a cold or harsh person, but in the way that this person will be helping you, it's going to be a lot about just very cut and dry. Let's do this. This is a better option. You know, it's a clarity that I think you will need. To have someone who isn't so attached to your situation to guide you through it, and someone who can look at you and be like, oh, you're doing this and it seems like it's not super helpful for you, so you don't have to do it anymore. It reminds me of like, okay, so whenever I was growing up, the belief system I was part of was really scary. It was a Christian denomination, and I had this huge fear of demons, which now I'm a Satanist, but I was really afraid of demons all the way until I was like 16. 17, 16. So when I was 16, I started dating my long-term boyfriend, who I ended up dating for a really long time. And he was an atheist. And one day I was talking to him about my church and like how terrifying I thought it was, and like how scary it was. And he is very much like a swords energy. Doesn't get really caught up in emotions. He's very clear cut. He really is good at just like getting to the point and, you know, pushing away the emotions from a subject. So I was talking to him about, oh, you know, it's so scary. I hate going to my church, but like I have to. And like, it's so scary that all this will happen to me when I die. And he was literally just like, why do you believe in that? And I was like, well, because it's just what we believe in my family. It's just how I was raised. I don't know how to stop. And he was like, well, if it makes you afraid, if you're afraid of this, why do you believe in it? I didn't realize it was a choice. And then I decided I didn't believe in anything for years. And it was a good move for a long time. And then it led me to, I can choose what I believe in, and I'm strong enough to have my own beliefs. So just that one time where one person said one thing to me, it changed my whole life. And I think something like that will happen to you. So I hope that message is helpful. If you would like to be friends on social media, I have an Instagram account. The link is in the bio. And if you would like your own reading, I have a Etsy shop, and the link is in the bio as well. I hope you have a good day. Hi Group 2, I hope you're doing well today. So what we're going to look into is what help is on the way. What is going to bring you some relief. So I'm just going to tap into your energy and tell you what I think you need to hear. I would like to connect to every person who is watching for Group 2. No matter where in time or in space these people are, I would like to connect to their energy, and I would like these energies to collectively tell me what help is on the way. What do you see coming in your future? What type of relief will you be receiving? Is this from a person? Is this an opportunity? what situation is going to change? I think this one's going to take a little longer. Hold on one second. Just don't get too bored. I think I'm going to have to talk this one out. The first imagery I'm seeing, or the first message, I guess, has to do with someone who has been bothering you. To be honest, the energy is like someone who's sort of predatory. There's someone who has been parasitic, vampiric, nosy. It feels like a really selfish energy. It feels kind of like a masculine energy. So regardless of gender, this is someone who is pushy, or maybe they don't talk to you a lot, but when they do, they're pretty demanding. And it feels like this person's spying on you. I just unfortunately feel like there's a toxic energy around you. Now, if you don't know of someone like that, don't worry. Don't start thinking your friends are against you. This would most likely be someone who could just be an acquaintance, or someone that you just happen to see in public, or someone who maybe you had a class with a really long time ago. It's a somewhat separated energy, like maybe a relative that you don't see, but there's some type of energy where someone's being like icky. Like, it just doesn't feel like they're a very respectful person. What I was seeing was, it looks like they are at home in some way, or you feel like they're too close to you. Oh, let me look some more. What help is on the way for group 2? What's going to help this situation? So, whoever has been bothering you, just know that they are going to get their karma. They're going to get what they deserve. I don't know that this person has done harm to you, but this is someone who is really hiding in the shadows. They feel, it's like someone who wouldn't talk a lot, but they're saying a lot of stuff in their mind. They may not even talk to friends about you. They may not really have friends. It's kind of like that energy. They may talk to people online about you, or like in forums anonymously. If you've dealt with like trolls, online bullies, harassment from someone, especially like in terms of online, maybe that's why it feels distant in some way. It could be online stalking, or if you just have the inkling that is around you somewhere, just know that these people are going to get what they deserve. This person or these people, they've tried to acclimate to your group. They may have befriended some of your friends, but this is a very lone person, and this isn't someone who, unfortunately right now, they aren't in a space to build lasting friendships. This person's really ruled by fear, and they've put you somehow in like a position of where they're envious, or they have animosity, or they kind of feel like things would just be different if you would do something specific, if you were a certain way, or if you weren't in the way, or if you would just do what they want. So it's like evil eye. Someone's paying way too much attention to you, and this really isn't to scare you. If you don't know who it is, don't worry about it. You just, maybe if you don't know who it is, maybe you have noticed things like, just even intuitively, you may just feel like people are talking about me. Or sometimes whenever I post, I feel almost like someone's glaring at me. Just pay attention to your intuition. If you have a specific intuition about one of your followers or someone who's trying to be your friend, I would say just be cautious and be aware. if this person doesn't get exposed, they will at least like lose the game somehow. I think at least by the end of the year, this person is going to pull back and stop pushing the aggressive energy towards you. The advice was really just for you just to continue to be yourself. If you are experiencing bullying or something, that's not okay. Report their accounts. Do whatever you need to do to protect yourself, to make yourself feel safe, without having to hurt the person. Anything that sets boundaries is totally okay, and you should have boundaries and you should protect yourself. If you need to talk to someone about it, I'm sure that you have a friend where you can just say, hey, are you in a space where I could talk about something that kind of feels weird? Make sure it's someone you already know and trust, that you have been able to talk to them about stuff in the past, so you know it's already a safe space. I wouldn't try this out on a new person, since your environment feels a little snaky, unfortunately. But this is just something that happens at times, and the advice is just to keep shining. Be yourself. Be even more of yourself. Maybe you like to be a brat, and you can imagine, like, oh, well, someone wants to shut me down. Well, fuck you. I'm going to be even weirder now. Like, just to let yourself express yourself more. Be yourself. Don't worry about possible repercussions. If someone does try to do something to you because you're shining and they're envious, it's going to fall apart for them. No matter what, even if it does get back to you and it hurts your feelings, it's just, you're going to end up being okay. So I hope that message makes sense. It's a pretty positive message, I would say. Just don't feel like you have to get involved. You don't have to confront anyone. You don't need to start a fight. This person's just going to burn out on their own, and you'll get through this, but you'll get through this probably even better if you just go ahead and start to express yourself even more and just do what you want to do. This is really permission for you to say fuck you to anyone who could be hating on you. So that's good. I hope that message helped you. If you would like to be friends, I have an Instagram, and if you want a reading, I have an Etsy shop, and those are both in the description. Have a good night. Hey Group 3, I hope you're doing well. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a reading about what kind of help is coming in, how you're getting help, what's going to be changing. So all you have to do is just relax, and I'll start my reading. I would like to connect to every person who is watching for Group 3. No matter where in time or in space these people are, I would like to connect to their energy, and I'm asking, what help is on the way? What do you see in your future? What person, what opportunity, what is coming in, and what will change? So your opportunity looks like, or your help looks like, it's really just coming from divine intervention. It's just timing. It's karmic timing. It's just the thing that's meant to happen on your path right now. This is something that maybe is already happening. It's not going to be like an immediate, I don't think like a day and night. It's something that you've probably been working toward, and you'll start to see the benefits of. So it may not sound exciting, but a lot of this has to do with emotional release. You're learning how to express your emotions better. You're learning how to let them flow, not just your emotions, but energy in general. You are learning to stop holding on to things that don't belong to you, that you don't need. It looks like you're working a lot on like a mindset of like anxiety, or like if you dwell on subjects, it looks like you're going to start releasing things. It's an energy of becoming unstuck. So if you felt really stagnant all year, things will start flowing again. They are flowing. You probably can see that there are some changes, and they're going to continue to become more free-flowing throughout the year. So what's happening is, because you are having this release, because you are allowing just things to come in and go, it's like you're just like, you know what, I've tried to control things for so long, and things never really like work out the way I really want them to. So the approach now is to just follow my gut, let things happen. And because of that, it's spilling out into a lot of areas of your life and it's going to help other people. There may be someone who, like, you've wanted to express more with, like, you've wanted to be closer with them. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendships. It can be even with work. It can be an audience or a group of people. There's a way that you've wanted to show up more authentically, and the lack of doing that has affected other groups of people. Now, this doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It just means that it's part of what's been going on in the collective. People have probably been mirroring you because they probably aren't going with the flow either. But whenever one of us makes a change, it affects the collective, and it impresses upon all of us that we can make that change as well, because we all mirror one another. So when you see someone doing something, you see that you can do it as well, or that you're capable of it, whether it's good or bad. So you're going to have a lot more abundance, is what I'm seeing. I do think, like, you could have some financial abundance coming in, feelings of just prosperity, just feeling happier in general. This will come in more, and you'll start to experience it more. And as you do, you'll become more giving, and just, not holding on to things as much. Like, maybe you really want an opportunity, and you'll just hold on to the idea of, like, I want this opportunity, I want this opportunity, I want this opportunity. Well, you'll have an opportunity, but it may not be this exact shape that you've left space for. So rather than just rather than just like holding on, I should drink water. Rather than just like holding on to this one space or opening and saying, this is what I'm expecting, you're just saying, I'm ready. You're just saying, I'm ready for opportunity. I allow opportunity. I'm excited for what opportunity is coming through. And then anything can come through. And like a good example would be, even if you don't think this opportunity that approaches you will really take off, you don't have to like completely invest in it, but at least like just look at it, pay attention. I got a message recently from a brand, and normally I would ignore everything like that because I just expect everything to be like a joke or a scam, I guess. But they had contacted me, and so I just responded and ended up having a nice conversation with a real human about an opportunity. I don't want to take the opportunity, and I'm not going to, but it was something. Like, it may not be exactly what you want in the moment, but it's a clue that things are opening up more things are happening in your life. Let me see if there's another message with that. I think the only other message is really to just relax. You should try to calm your energy, or you will be able to be a lot more calm the rest of the year. It's just a good transition from being very like tight-gripped and a bit controlling to just sort of letting things happen and seeing that a lot of good things can actually come through that, through patience and through just allowing, making space. Maybe you just haven't had the room yet for these things. Maybe your anxiety was taking up too much room. And by just choosing to trust in whatever, like, you don't have to believe in God or Satan. You can just trust yourself, or trust the divine order of the universe, or you can just have hope that things will turn out well. Just by trusting, you're going to bring in opportunities. So the person who's helping you is yourself, because you're just going to acclimate better to opportunities, and you're just taking advantage of a good time in your life, a divine time whenever you can make a lot of progress, which is really good. So I hope that that message was helpful. I hope that it was accurate for you. And if you want to be friends on Instagram, I have an Instagram. If you want a reading, I have an Etsy, and both of those are in the description of the video. And I hope you have a good day.